And we are live. That is a giant charger, Sam. We are live here at the MUC round robin. Here, it's March 18th round robin. First game today between Brandeis and Brown. My name is Harry Greenhouse in the box with
Adola Ojo, or Ad for short.
We're going to have a good game here. Just a 3-game series. We're at Brandeis College getting ready for our first game of the day. Hey, Brandeis and Brown, two teams. Last year, two teams having a good year this year right now. Brandeis right now leading D1. Brown, unfortunately, is now fourth in D2. Sorry, Brandeis leading D2. You right. Good catch. Brown right now fourth in D1 as the standings have frozen. We're getting ready for bowls in a couple of weeks. Ad, you excited for this one?
Oh, I am. I'm excited to see what Brandeis is going to do, considering that they don't have their star player, Eli.
That is a big factor.
And I'm also excited to see Brown. I haven't seen Brown play in a while since the regionals, so I'm excited to see what has been done. Excited to see William Richardson and their goalkeeper, Smith, have a good match.
100%. Will Richardson has been a star for this Brown team. They've been really exciting this year. And it's our first time seeing them since, for some reason, every time they want to play, they've had snow.
Hey,
it'll be a fun one in this one. Let's see. What's that? Coolest.
Can
you run the camera and just move it side to side so I don't have to? Nice. You can sit in this chair. You can sit down. People could say no, but they're not going to. All right, Dylan Cool's joining us in the box. Well, he's going to move the camera for us. First of all. All right. He doesn't need to. Yeah, you can say hi.
Yeah. Hi, guys.
All right. Excellent. We have 4 people.
I'm nervous.
All right, we're going to get ready for the starting procedure of the game. Starting, it looks like Brown may have won I don't know who won the toss and what you're going for, but Brown's going to get the run for 2 dodgeballs, and Brandeis going to get the quad ball and dodgeball for the starting procedure. Starting for Brown at keeper, it's Will Richardson. At the chasers, Bradley Smith, Eric Sorge, and Meredith Chang. At beater, it's Ryan Silverman and Anissa Ball. For Brandeis, starting at keeper, Brady Gunther in place of star Eli Fighter. At chaser, Marcus Sutton, Emily Braun, and Shakti Kodaswaran. At the beaters, it's Adrian Koretsky and Vidisha Jha.
What's going on this way?
And there is the brooms up. Koretsky tried to make a play at that one dodgeball, but Silverman easily able to hold on to it.
Looks like they're in triangle overload formation.
With an overload on that left side, quad ball with Braun. They're going to take it down the right side, passing behind to Sutton, but Silverman easily able to make that beat, and an immediate turnover there. Brown quad ball.
They should have looked for more options up front instead of making that excessive pass in the back. Because they're always looking, the beaters are always automatically looking for that weak side. At least one of them.
Absolutely. All right, Bradley Smith and Will Richardson starting the next possession on the near side. Smith and Richardson playing pass. Ball and Silverman taking a lot of ground in the beater game. Now it's Chang with the quad ball on the far side of the field. Gunther in front, back up to Richardson. Really patient.
A little bit stagnant. Needs to see more ball movement up top.
With a no bludger created by Anissa Ball, Richardson drives, kicks it over to Smith. Smith wrapped up by the entire team. He's going to drive and he'll score. Bradley Smith breaking the tackle and getting it done. 10-0 Brown.
What tenacity to find that goal in the middle hoop. Overall, a very nice goal by Smith.
We love that. Just nice little physical play, getting it in and finding a way to score.
Yeah, you don't have the pass, just go for it, man.
I really like the offensive beating from Anissa Ball. They just immediately blow up the play, and it changes everything for Brown.
Absolutely.
All right, Brandeis next possession. Brady Gunther, far side of the field. Brown is playing a one-beater super far behind. Gunther goes to Sutton. Sutton can't handle the pass. Ball's on the ground, and it's going to be another turnover to Brown.
It's smart play by Brown because they always know that they're going to automatically look for the elite side. Brandeis, which is something they can't really be doing every offense. They have to start moving the ball around, try to shift the offense so that there's not just the same person each time behind hoops.
Trade of beats from Silverman and Koretsky. Richardson and Smith just playing pass right now. Gretzky's actually going to win back this dodgeball and can keep control for Brandeis. Ball behind the hoop. Sorge is going to look get tackled. Quad ball on the ground. Emily Braun picks it up, and Brandeis has possession. Turnover. Gretzky immediately takes off fast in the open field, trying to get something known, but they have to slow down. Gunther in the middle. Gunther driving, trying to go on Richardson. Wrapped up by Richardson. Gunther over to Coda Swarn. Coda Swarn driving, shooting, scores! 10-10.
Knowing he couldn't drive on Smith, he decided to take the shot to drive out. That was a great decision.
And Smith is really the only height on this line, so they don't have a ton of shot blocking.
Yeah, as soon as Smith is off the hoops, and it's either you just drive or you take a shot over top. So
too easy. All right, Smith now a quad ball. Over to Richardson. Back to Smith. Gretzky's beat. Trade of beats and trade of dodgeball control. Over to Sorge. Sorge trying to drive on Gunther. Nothing home. Back to Richardson. Sorge. Chang getting the squad ball. She can't handle the pass, but she's going to keep it back. Sorge wins it. Sorge passing back up top to Richardson, who's got it. One-on-one with Coda Swarn. He gets
wow, what a move by Richardson.
20-10. Ball gets beat in the open field. There are no dodgeballs on the ground here. And Gunther takes off, but Silverman's able to get that dodgeball back. Gunther faking, shooting, can't find it. 20-10 Brown right now. How did Will Richardson get that ball?
I don't know how he got past those two defenders so easily and managed to score that goal. That was an impressive move.
It was a very impressive move. All right, subs for Brown. It's Tyshawn Hattori Lindsay in at beater, Jenny Acosta in at chaser, and Thomas Flathers in at chaser. Richardson to Smith. Back to Richardson. Trade of dodgeballs. Hattori Lindsay trying to get control out of it. Is going to get control, but Gunther takes it from Acosta. Gunther in the open field, one-on-one with Richardson. Passes over to Coda Swarn.
What a beautiful pass.
Simple, fast break. Running in lanes, making it easy. 20-20.
A beautiful strip by the keeper to initiate the fast break, and then great job by the chaser on the weak side to find an opening and run with him.
Easy play.
That's all you need from fast break opportunities.
Any way you can force a turnover, just take off, get it done. All right, quad ball with Brown. Smith on the far side, attaching really quickly. Back over to Flathers. Back over to Smith. Smith tries to keep it in bounds. Falls for some reason. Gunther is not beat behind the hoops.
He's keeper, so he can't be beat keeper, though.
Flathers beat. Richardson wrapped up and hit hard by Gunther. Passes to no one. There's a foul for something?
I don't know. I didn't see anything. I didn't. Oh, it might have been the tackle.
We'll see what the call is.
Coach Tyler Beckman really fighting whatever this is.
It was the tackle.
It must be. I guess it is, but.
Oh, that is a very interesting call for the ref.
So head ref Toby Marsh calling Gunther for a behind-the-back tackle. It's a yellow card. It's a 1-minute penalty.
I didn't really see that. I thought it was initiated from the front. And then as soon as the player moved behind the back and still had contact. I don't know.
I don't know. I didn't see it well enough, but it seems to be
the refs calls are calls.
I don't know. I didn't see this one. Might not. I'll take your word for it, and that it was probably maybe not a card there. All right, Brown's able to keep possession, and they don't take a reset to Smith staying on that side of the field. Now they do.
They have two blooders now, so they have more room to initiate a better offense.
Hattori Lindsay's beat misses, but Smith's
shot.
What a shot. 30-20 Brown.
Yeah, go get it, Ryan.
Hattori Lindsay trying to get the dodgeball back for Brown. Brandeis tried to take off fast. Blocked from Hattori Lindsay on the dodgeball. Coda Swarn over to Gunther. Gunther wrapped up hard by Flathers. Flathers gets beat. Back to Kodeswaran. Kodeswaran wrapped up by Richardson. Koretsky gets beat. Gunther's got it. Gunther gets beat. Eventually. All the dodge was on the ground. Flathers gives it to Richardson, but they slow down. There's a train behind us, so if you can't hear us, that's why.
They have two Warriors, they have control, so they have more. Oh, what a tackle when he beat him.
And
what a pig! What a pig! Richardson right there, though.
Oh, Richardson, dodgeball misses, he flips it.
No good.
Oh, Ben said it was good back there. I thought it was.
Henry said it was no good.
What a
way to catch up to the chaser by William Richardson.
Yeah, but we love the rule of cool here. The rule of cool says whatever it was is good, and I think it should be good. Just based off of it was cool. All right, 30-20 is still the score. Brown leads. Jenny Acosta with quad ball near side of the field. Ryan Silverman leading them up. Back over to Richardson. Dodgeball control with Brown, and they've had dodgeball control for most of this game.
Yeah, but they haven't really converted on a lot of good opportunities with it. So
very true.
Hopefully they can do something here.
Smith gets the pass back to Richardson. He's kind of fumbled all over the place. There is no dodgeballs in this play because Koretsky is 70 billion yards away. Richardson one-on-one with Kodeswaran. Kicks over to Flathers. Flathers trying to take the one-on-one with Gunther. Gets beat at the end of it. Falls, but the pass goes to Richardson. He shoots, he dunks, he scores! 40-20, but there's a whistle here.
This might be... They might be discussing whether the player that passed to William was beat before.
That's a good point.
So that goal might be negated. Personally, I couldn't tell from this angle, so it was very close.
See what the conversation is. And there it is.
There it is.
Just listen to Big Ad right here. He knows what's going on.
So the Brown player did not create a natural motion with the quad ball.
3-2. We'll fix it.
Time is 7:45.
So therefore, it was a call for turnover, and the score does not count. And it's still 30-20, Brown leading.
When did they go? I know, but this one was called off in transition.
They got two. They have two.
Yeah,
they definitely have two. They have a fast break, and they have a shot behind the hoops. All right, so it's still 30-20. Big subbing line coming in for Brandeis. It's Rowan Scasalati at chaser, Caitlin Penny at chaser, and Ethan Dyan at beater. Carson, 8 minutes.
No, and they don't have control of taking it, so.
Dyan trying to find something in the dodgeball game. They're way off on one side. Oh, Kodeswaran looks for Braun, but can't find it.
Nice idea, but.
Ethan, back! Ethan!
Wicked just tried to light up Tori Lindsay there, but couldn't finish the tackle. I'm like,
so Brandeis needs to be pretty aggressive early on.
I like that hit, though.
Hey.
I like going for that hit.
That's what Carl was all about, man. All of the hits.
That hit, all those hits. All right, see what Brown can do. Richardson taking his first sub of the game, and David Owades come in. Feel Balfi getting hit by Wicken. Wicken gets beat here. Now Owade attacking over to Flathers, back to Owade. Owade into the middle. Over to
what a pass! Wait for Smith to find the opening on the short hoop. All it needed was a pass and the finish.
40-20, David Owade, beautiful assist there, finding the easy goal.
Now Smith gets subbed out for number 6 on Brown. They just lost that height for Brown on hoops, so let's see what they do on defense here.
But this is a very fast lineup, so they're trying. Maybe the speed is the game. Brandeis coming with some subs. Abby Zuber at chaser, Andre Zalowitz at keeper. Penny with quad ball up. Dyan gets beat, over to Zalowitz. Zalowitz pressured by Flathers, wrapped up by Flathers. Zalowitz is beat. Flathers kicking to Owade is going to keep this quad ball. And Brown's going to look to attack. Buffy beats out Penny. Brandeis plays a really aggressive defense. It's kind of not working the way they want it to right now. They're kind of getting caught off ground a lot. Owade trying to find Flathers. Pass goes wide. Flathers dodges the beat.
He dodged the beat.
Breaks the tackle.
What a move!
50-20,
Wow.
Browns come out to play.
To be able to dodge the beat and then just maneuver his way to the goal is impressive for the chaser.
10 minutes! 10 minutes in the game. Brown with a commanding lead, 50-20 right now.
Browns looking.
I was so good at doing that.
Sam. Dear God.
I was doing fives upside down.
Oh!
Dying with a big catch to get dodgeball control back. Pass behind the hoops to Penny. She breaks a tackle.
Whoa.
She's breaking another tackle. She's trying to get it up. Somehow
Wow.
Scasolati gets the ball and scores.
Oh. There's definitely something happening there.
I think they're going to get some type of card on Brown for some type of contact
Yeah,
with Penny.
was
50-30 now. Who is it on?
It's number 6 for Brown. Illegal contact from behind.
That's a really impressive play by Penny. She catches his pass, starts breaking tackles while getting hit from behind, somehow finds a way to get it to Scasolati, who's able to finish the goal.
Yeah, that's just a head of self-awareness by number 99.
Right, 50-30, Brandeis finally getting dodgeball control in this game. One of the first times in a while. Wicken dodges a beat. Now they're going to put a ton of pressure. Pass over to Meredith Chang. Chang kicks it to Brandeis. Just a turnover. Just kicks it to Brandeis. Now Diane trying to put pressure on the open field. And now there's a dodgeball way behind the hoops for Brown.
Oh, they have none. They can go right now.
Zalowitz trying to break tackle to Wade. Over to Scasolati. Scasolati shoots. That went through!
Wow, what for a tight angle like that?
How did he
Jeez.
score?
That was a very tight angle, and yet he managed to score that. Oh my gosh.
50-40 the score.
That was number 32.
Rowan Scasolati's a freshman for Brandeis. He has really stepped up this semester. He looks really good right now.
And he's looking to step up even more now that Eli's gone as well.
50-40. Owade takes a reset there on the pressure
I
on
don't think he
Penny.
meant to do that either.
No, probably not. Owade gets stripped here. Young dodges the beat. Owade finds Chang. Now this Brandeis pressure is working, but dodgeball control shifts from Brown over to Brandeis.
Oh,
Now
number 12
Flathers
got
gets
it.
an open field. Flathers
Oh!
looks silly and finishes it.
Little ankle breaker there to get away from the tall.
Oh, great dodgeball block from Boffy to keep control. 60-30 Brown. 60-40 Brown. A lot of craziness. So Brandeis plays super aggressive in the defensive zone. And they're trying to force constant turnovers, but when it doesn't work, they get beat.
Yeah. When they realize that there's a lot of open space when they play that way. So as soon as you find that, it's an easy goal for the opposition.
All right, 60-40. Flathers gets beat to start this play. Boffy beats out Diane. Zuber kicking to Zalowitz. Zalowitz pressured by Flathers. Penny's going to get beat here. Brown just progressively beating out as many chasers as possible. Zuber beat out from Boffy. Zalowitz one-on-one. Zalowitz kicks to Scasolati. Can't handle the pass. And he scores!
Again, it's number 32 again.
It's Scasolati for the third time. That's a hat trick. The freshman getting it done, basically keeping Brandeis in this game. 60-50. Brown just lost him. He was just...
He was just standing there. They spoke to him for like a couple seconds. That's all he needed.
All right, 60-30. Diane putting big pressure here. Beats out Jung Yu. Over to Chang. Chang dodging the tackle.
Oh,
nice little moves here.
there.
But gets stripped from behind. Somehow gets it back. Does eventually get beat. Turnover. Brandeis has it. That's that high pressure working out for Brandeis. Gunther into the game at keeper for Brandeis.
Looks like they're making a sub on Brandeis.
It's Alex Gornish coming in at beater.
They got Smith back on hoops. Maybe that'll help stop Brandeis from scoring.
Penny drives over to Scasolati. Shot
Ooh,
goes no
no
good.
good.
There's no one home to get it. There's a chase for this ball. Gunther's going to win it. Then there's some wraps. I guess they're just sending people back to hoops, maybe? I don't know what's going on, honestly. Scasolati. Trey to beat. Scasolati drives.
Ooh,
Can't break
tripped
those.
up by
Owade
the
tackle.
keeper.
And now David Owade's got open space, but he runs into a beat. Brandeis is able to keep control. Smith sent back to hoops. Scasalati drives. Scasalati shoots.
Scores again.
And he did it again. Rowan Scasalati.
He's having a killer game right now. Oh, they have a big substitution for Brown.
And that's Will Richardson coming back in. Brandeis is old Scasalati right now. 60-60. He's done everything in this game.
Yeah,
from
finding
scoring.
openings in the back hoops and just being able to drive over the smaller defenders. He's been really a bright spot so far for Brandeis this game.
Smith, two-hand pass to Swords behind the hoops, kicks it over to Richardson, spreading out the zone a ton. Back up to Smith. Well, Richardson dodges the beat from Ja. Silverman's going to win this dodgeball.
And now they have control and the ball.
Ball and Ja trying to... words are hard. Get tackled. Richardson quad ball. Dodges. Gunther gets beat.
Williams has open.
Here comes Richardson. Oh! Just goes through everyone and just completely misses, though. Did not work out. Richardson tried to go over Zuber there, but just took too much contact.
Took three plays to stop Williams from scoring on a small hoop.
Gunther takes off down the field, trying to kick it to Penny. Pass goes wide. Kodaswaran's going to pick it up. Kodaswaran dodging Sorge. Sorge gets beat. Kodaswaran shooting.
And scoring.
Buries it. 70-60. Brandeis back out in front.
Shot just above the keeper zone.
Timeout Brown. 70-60 Brandeis. We are at a certain time in the game. I honestly don't know.
15-40.
Just past 15 minutes. Really good game. Brown coming out early. He looking commanding in this game. Up 30 points. And then Rowan Scasalati just changes the game.
Yeah, he was able to spark the offense for Brandeis, and that just kind of just escalated to them beating after coming down, like, what?
They were down 3, I think.
3 or 4, and now they're up 1, so hopefully they can have this momentum continue.
Yeah, you got to keep that momentum pushing, and it's that Brandeis high zone that's allowed this momentum. I feel like when you play that attacking aggressive defense, momentum plays a huge part of the game because once it goes away, you're just killing them.
Pretty much. Now let's see what Brown does for that aggressive defense.
You almost got to just slow the game down to your pace and then rely on your ability to win those matchups when they're out of position.
And make shorter and much precise passes. Over the course of the game so far, Brown has been making more lofty, longer passes that weren't needed. They could just move the ball. If they could move the ball more efficiently and try to find better openings.
Absolutely.
They could get better scores instead of someone trying to drive over two players on small hoops.
100%. That's very true.
15-40.
Key as well is just we got it. Defensively, Brown just has to shut down the one person who's beating you right now.
Pretty much.
Don't let it's the same thing with Fighters there. Fighters there, you try to focus him and shut everything else down. Get back in the box, Coolest.
That took my spot.
The chances of them scoring decreases because no one else is not.
No one else is.
No one else is really.
Where's the ball?
Brown has it away behind.
Oh, okay.
All right, 70-60. It's 7-6. It is 70-60. Okay, so the goal's good. We're just trying to get like a procedure.
Probably trying to get it back to the keeper.
Just some silly procedure stuff. And we're back to play after the timeout. 70-60. Merida Chang coming out to sub. Back in is Jenny Acosta. Uma Kanzaria coming in for Brandeis. Zach Meyer in at beater for Brandeis. Smith with quad ball. Passing across the court. That's there, though.
That was a great decision to pass to the opposite side, but it was
just way too high.
Yes, way too high.
But, again, Brown got dodgeball control.
They're making right decisions, just the pass and the execution is not there.
I mean, that's like the come out of a timeout, set play is exactly what you want. They had a very good look. If it was executed right, it would have worked. And their beaters got dodgeball control. So about as perfectly what a coach wants, just unfortunate execution. All right, trade of beats. Brown's going to look like they're going to potentially keep dodgeball control. Gunther gets beat, passes behind to Kanzaria, can't hold on to it, and it's a turnover, Brown quad ball. At 70-60, Tyshawn Hattori Lindsay back in for Brown at beater. Richardson to Sorge behind the hoops on the far side. Sorge. Oh, Kanzaria's all over it. Fight for this ball, but it's
He managed to dodge the beat for some on the ground.
That's Bradley Smith. They're going to do some crazy stuff.
Brown still has control, so they...
17 minutes!
17!
3 minutes left. And Brown still has control. They've been having control the majority of the game. I like that.
Hattori Lindsay wins the trade on Koretsky. Pass over to Penny. Penny back to Kodaswaran. Kodaswaran all the way across to Kanzaria. Kanzaria throws it out of bounds. And it's going to be Brown co-op ball. Good play from Brown. Hattori Lindsay just blew up that whole play.
Exactly. Hopefully they can capitalize that on getting a goal. Even things up here in this last couple of minutes of this 20-minute.
Smith, ball on the near side. Hattori Lindsay beats out Penny. Over to Richardson in the middle.
18 minutes!
Hattori Lindsay forcing no blunders. Over to Smith. Smith wrapped up by Gunther trying to kick to Acosta, and Smith throws it out of bounds. Smith's passes are just all over the place right now.
Yeah, not looking great for Smith, but he has the right idea. Just the execution again is just not there.
Hattori Lindsay sold out for that play. Tried to blow everything up to try to create a no bludgers. Just couldn't finish it.
Yeah.
All right, 70-60 still the score. Brandeis in the lead. Dian's going to get beat out here by Boffy. Kodaswaran sees a no bludgers, isn't going to take it. Passes all the way across to Kanzaria. Kanzaria throws it to Smith. Smith got it. Smith taking off. There's 2 dodgeballs and slows down. Hattori Lindsay just beating every single Brandeis chaser he can see out. Will Richardson looking to sub. He is their starting seeker a lot of the time.
19 minutes!
Thomas Flathers back in. Koretsky jumps over the bead. Huge jump. Smith driving over to Sorge. Sorge kicks it to Flathers. Flathers passing back to Sorge, but Gunther eats it up.
Beautiful interceptions by Gunther.
19-15!
45 seconds left in the first 20 minutes.
Subs coming in for Brandeis. Isabel Roseth coming in at chaser. With Kanzaria and Kodaswaran still out there. Patisha Jaw and Ethan Dian at beater.
Expect both teams to fight for control as we head into seeking game.
If you're Brandeis, you just hold it. You don't risk anything. And Hattori Lindsay's going for it. Tries to make the beat, gets a beat on one. All the dodgeballs on the ground. Kodaswaran trying to drive. He gets past Flathers. He jumps over Acosta and scores 80-60.
8, 7, 6.
Brown's going to get last possession here. 80-60.
3, 2,
Sam, 8.
1.
80-60, Sam.
Brown is now trying to look to get control right now. Ideally, they don't really need a goal. They just need control.
Smith driving.
Oh, looks like Brown got control.
Flathers dodges another beat. This kid's quick. Tries to run into 7 people, though, and it does not work very clearly. Good hits from Kodaswaran there, and Gunther. Flathers a little risky there on that play. That's 20 minutes. It looks like there's no call. There's just going to be the 20-minute halftime stoppage. At the halftime stoppage, it's 80-60. Brandeis with the lead. 140 is our set score for those of us who are new. Again, 60 points above our leading team is the set score. First team to that set score wins the game. Brandeis at 80, Brown at 60. The flag runner in this game is Peter Lawrence. That flag is worth 35 points.
That score is 140.
So we'll see what's going to happen with that one.
At 20 minutes plus 60.
Adam, we got a close one here.
Yeah, we do. I expect Brown to be aggressive on seeking. Put William Richardson out and try to get the snitch as quick as possible.
mean, that catch will change this game. If Brown catches it, this game's going. It's going to be it's a barn burner if they catch.
If Brandeis catches it,
it could go over very quickly.
Brown's going to have a hard time trying to come back.
Especially with the way Brandeis plays, where they're so good in the fast break. If you can catch a snitch and they can get a goal, this game could be almost squared away just like that.
And their beating has been pretty amazing so far this game, especially on the aggressive side. So
we're just looking at the refs for fun. But yeah, no, it's definitely a big factor for this one is how you play this second half. For both teams, it's really important to come out in the second half, play aggressive, and play the right ways, trying to make sure you're balancing if you're going to go for the flag or you're going to go for goals.
I expect both teams to aggressively go for the snitch, especially Brown since they're behind. I wouldn't be surprised if Brandeis kind of slacked off a little bit, especially since they don't have their star seeker and Eli Fighter. I feel like Brandeis might play more defensive on the seeker, as for the seeker at least. And if they have an opening, try to catch, basically.
I mean, that's probably one of the smarter ways that you can handle that. Is just if you end up in that situation, you play it smart, play it patient, and don't go crazy. It's the balancing act in this situation is very difficult. Right, Toby?
Maybe. I can neither confirm nor deny. We're at a minute? Okay. I'm going to assume we've had a minute to stop.
Pretty much. So a minute has passed and we're about to resume play.
You're welcome, Mario. You love that ref camera. All right, Coolest, you back?
Yeah, I'm back.
We
Is
love
Mario
that.
talking shit?
Love the ref camera.
No, Mario's not talking shit.
Better
Well,
not.
right here.
You better not, Mario.
You could be a step to the right. That'd be ideal for me.
Who's got the countdown?
Sam.
I do.
All right, starting seekers in the box. It's Rowan Scottolati, E for Brandeis, and Will Richardson for Brown. All the dodgeballs are on the Brandeis side of the field, so there's an opportunity for Brandeis to immediately start this play and get a goal.
Seems like we got a chicken and egg problem here.
10, 9.
Tori Lindsay's going to get dodgeball control for Brown. Huge play from Tori Lindsay to get control.
3.
And Bradley Smith stopped the fast break, too.
1. Go. Let's go, Ron.
Tori Lindsay looks huge pressure. Coffee beats out
Looks like they're gonna
Kodeswar and
focus more.
Blathers on Gunther. Blathers brings down Gunther.
whoa,
And
block.
shot is blocked by Silverman.
Wait a second.
Did Silverman reach through the hoop?
No.
The goal's good. It went through.
It did?
I guess so. I didn't think it went through.
I thought I got blocked.
Chuck it. Quad ball on defense. Quad ball. Yep.
But the goal puts them at 30 now.
There are no dodgeballs in this play for Brandeis. Should be 96. Yes,
Not
score.
only that, wait.
Bradley Smith, down Flowers, taking off in the open field. Flathers one-on-one with Kodeswar and fakes, kicks it to Silverman. Silverman scores. 90-70, back-to-back easy goals. Richardson with an opportunity at Lawrence. Richardson, nothing home at Seeking. Another shot, nothing there. Now Scottolati's got an opportunity. Control still with Brown. Brandeis is holding control in the beater game at the flag runner now. Scottolati comes off broom, unfortunately.
Looks like the beaters on both teams are except one.
Brown is just keeping dodgeballs in the ball game. They are trusting this flag runner, Peter Lawrence, to make sure that they can stop any catch. It's a risky strategy, and sometimes
Oh, he almost had the under. Oh, he almost had it again.
Scottolati looking close. Gunther runs into a beat. Smith is going to take off in the open field. Smith trying to drive on to Kodeswar and shoots. Smith scores. Dodgeballs are now back to Brown. Tori Lindsay beats out Scottolati 90-80.
Brandeis had 3 amazing looks at the snitch just now.
Richardson, nothing home that time. Richardson can't find the left-hand grab. Koretsky beats out Tori Lindsay. Boffy trying to keep dodgeballs for Brandeis. Beats out Koretsky. Flathers with Kodeswaran on the far side of the field. Great playing from Kodeswaran. Throws it back to Gunther, but it's a turnover. There's going to be a foul on this play on Flathers, though. Hitting Kodeswaran pretty late on that play. I think it's a late hit. So Flather's getting called on the 1-minute penalty, hit from behind on Kodaswaran. So it's going to give Kodaswaran the quad ball right in this Brown zone, and I don't think there are any beaters really in Kodaswaran's way. No, there's one there. Question is what Kodaswaran decides to do with this.
Seeing that he's
going to take it. Smith hits Kodaswaran. Great tackle, passes back to Gunther. Gunther gets beat.
That wasn't a smart decision by the Brandeis chaser there. He should have passed back and tried to reset.
Koretsky got beat here. But Tori Lindsay accidentally threw a dodgeball all the way back to Brandeis' team. Oh, it was tragic.
It made a substitution for Brown seeking.
Scasalati getting an opportunity. Owade is the new seeker for Brown. Chang pressured by Gunther. Chang trying to find Silverman. They are out of bounds is the call on the far side of the field. Meredith Chang will just accidentally... Sorry, I'm stepping on things. Chang accidentally stepped out of bounds there. That's going to be a turnover, Brandeis quad ball. 9-8 the score. Set score 140. Gunther looking to take off immediately. Silverman, great wrap. Passes back to Kodaswaran. Tori Lindsay beats Koretsky. Here comes Kodaswaran, shoots. Kodaswaran scores 100-80. Scasalati, still a lot of time. Nothing home. 100-80. Richardson back into the game at Chaser. They've just fully committed to not worrying about Seeker with Richardson out of the Seeking game. Owade can't catch there. Off room. Silverman, quad ball. Silverman. Guarded by Gunther. Over to Smith behind the hoop. Smith immediately beat by Koretsky. Turnover, Brandeis quad ball. Owade's got an opportunity at the flag.
Come on, David. Come on there, David.
Andre Zalowitz into the game at keeper. Alex Wicken coming in at here. Oh, good dodge there. Over to Braun. It is going to get beat. It's going to give Wicken an opportunity here. Braun, Zalowitz with quad ball. Wicken looks for a dive, nothing home. Zalowitz passing behind the Kodaswaran. Kodaswaran passing over to Roseth. Roseth can't handle the pass. It's going to be a turnover. Smith is going to take off into the open field.
One boy in front though.
Smith does take off, slows it down though. Smart play. 100-80 Brandeis leads. Smith over to Silverman. Silverman dodges the beat. Passing back to Smith. Smith wins it from Zalowitz. Zalowitz gets beat. Smith faking. Smith shooting. Smith scores. Wicked has a catch.
No, I think that's going to count though.
It might though.
I don't know. I feel like the whistle was blown before. I don't know.
But is it a whistle for a goal or is it a whistle for foul? What is the whistle for?
Looks like the Seeker wasn't paying attention, to be honest. So it was just an easy catch by Brandeis.
190.
Assuming the goal is good.
The goal is good. So it's
190.
You had 90.
100. We don't know what the score is based off the catch.
Yeah.
You need 5. They need 4. You're welcome, Teddy. Math. I'm a teacher. Yes, it is counting the goal.
Yes.
The catch is good. Lawrence caught from behind by Wicken. Wicken sneaking up at the last second and getting that catch. That makes the score 135 Brandeis.
Sorry, what was that?
135 Brandeis, 90 Brown. Brandeis is 1 goal away, and they have the quad ball.
You win one more. That's it.
Ryan, drop hard. Get to hoops.
Ball beats out Meyer. Koretsky doesn't get beat. Hattori Lindsay's going to win this dodgeball. Koretsky wraps up Hattori Lindsay. Does get beat here. Hattori Lindsay beats out Meyer. There's a lot of craziness happening.
None right now.
Kodaswaran wrapped up by Silverman. Kodaswaran gets beat. Richardson and Sutton fighting for this. Sutton beat. The ball somehow sneaks out here. How did Brandeis keep the ball?
There's a lot of madness right here in the last couple of minutes.
Koretsky's going to sub for Ja.
Brandeis needs one more goal to win this game.
Marcus Sutton into the game at chaser for Brandeis with Braun, Kodeswar, Zalowitz. Ja and Meyer in. Hattori Lindsay beat. Silverman driving, kicking to Sutton, but it's blocked by Smith. Sutton trying to chase it down, but he slips and falls. Zalowitz gets beat. That's illegal. Smith is going to hold this ball. Sutton's eventually going to get beat. Brown, good defensive possession. They won that first defensive possession. Subs coming in. Flathers is coming into the game at keeper. It's Chang, Smith, Flathers, and Richardson in the quad ball positions. Ball on Hattori Lindsay. Over to Flathers. Flathers. Back to Richardson. Hattori Lindsay's beat immediately. Over to Flathers again. Flathers. Past Zalowitz. Back to Richardson. Richardson. Up top to Smith. Smith is going to get this ball. Isn't going to have to take a reset. Braun is beat. Smith just patience and slows it down. Over to Chang. Chang. Back out to Smith.
Taking it slow, making sure they play at their own pace.
Smith over to Flathers, nothing home. Smith got rocked on that play.
Ooh, what move!
Over to Chang. Chang
doesn't know what to do.
But she's able to find Smith. Smith throws it to no one. Kick from Chang, gets it out to Flathers. Flathers driving. Flathers shot, no good, can't find it.
He took it to small hoop instead. Why did he turn back?
Keeps the possession. Smith over to Richardson. Richardson blocks the beat. Driving, shooting,
scoring.
Buries it.
Oh, we have an injury?
At the end of this play, Smith is down. Smith looked like they got the wind knocked out of them. They are able to walk up the field at their own power. Just walk it off. I'll be all right. I just got
Boxers take like 10 of those in a match.
Okay. Good talk. $100 to 135 to score. Owade coming into the game for Richardson as well for an injury. Brown just banged up back to back in that play. They look like they're fine. Smith and Richardson came up. I think one's just straight up a band-aid.
Stop a fast break. One goal is the only thing. One possession at a time, Brown. Let's get this defense.
Might have blood in the mouth.
That's unfortunate.
They can go slow.
Ball rolls out, right?
I can start out of bounds.
Yeah, the ball's rolled out of bounds.
There's confusion with the beating situation right now. I think it... Okay, so dodgeballs are with Brown here. Zalowitz, there is none right here, so if they want to go for a quick one, they could. And they won't. As Brown gets dodgeballs back to play, it's Silverman and Ball getting back in there. 100 to 135 is the score. Brandeis still one away.
More for Brandeis to take it slow, knowing that they only need one goal left to win this game. Don't need to rush anything.
Sutton, quad ball, near side of the field, back over. You two want to go warm up, I can handle the rest.
Thank you.
Kodeswaran. Passing over to Braun, over to Sutton. Sutton with Flathers. Sutton driving on Flathers, shot, no good. Back to Kodeswaran, though. Back over to Zalowitz, shot! He got it! Beautiful passes from Brandeis, and they get it done. If there is no call on this play, that goal would be good, and Brandeis would win it. See what the call is. Gorgeous passing there from Braun, Kodeswaran, Sutton, and Zalowitz to get this done. Now, that's the game. 145 to 100. Brandeis gets the win. Big win there for Brandeis, getting it done in the last moments. 145-100. Brandeis beats Brown. We're going to catch you later for our next game, which I believe is Brandeis versus RPI.
We went the